Hey guys, and welcome back to ZAI'Hiii. Hi, and we're going higher, higher, higher. And this is Z time, me time, your time with ZAI'Hiii, here to spread knowledge and information. So I will be catching you guys up on everything that's been going on with me since I've been back in college and how I've been adjusting to what I told y'all in the previous video about my health issues. So first off, I would like to say I've been contemplating about this, but I think I can still say Happy New Year. So Happy New Year's everyone. I know it's been a while, but I am back. So for right now, I want to start off with how I left off, where we left off when I was talking about the endocrinologist. So we were able to see what the specialist was, the endocrinologist, and they are just doctors who know and study about diabetes and stuff like that. So I left off with that, and the organization that I went to see the endocrinologist was Everyday Diabetes. So first we started with just some tests, some glucose tests to see where I was at. Even though the doctors said, of course, you know, they predicted that I did have diabetes, they are specifically studying this so they know exactly if you do have diabetes or don't. So when we went there, we were trying to see, you know, if I had diabetes and what type I am. So it is official, I do have diabetes, and I am a type 1 diabetic. So there are two types of diabetes, type 1 and type 2. So I'm gonna just break that down for you guys. So type 1 is when you have, they explained it as genetics, like it's a genetic based diabetes, and they were just saying that you can't really help having this diabetes. It's like, I mean, I guess it just kind of pops up and it's like, oh, okay, like, or it just, you know, it runs in your family, which it does run on my father's side and my mother's side. So that was kind of like, oh, like, I didn't see it coming, but it did happen, you know. And then type 2 diabetes is where they said it as, they put it as like 70% unhealthy eating and 30% genetics. So it was just like, okay, that's kind of your fault if you do have type 2 diabetes, kind of. But with me, they were just like, okay, it's not your fault, you know, you can get through this and everything like that. So in my previous video, how I was saying how I was praying and I was hoping that I wouldn't have to take insulin. And when I was talking to the doctor, you know, he was looking at my results and how I was telling you guys how I was pricking myself to make them to give them my data. So when he was just looking at it, you know, my numbers, they weren't in the range that it's supposed to be, which is from 70 to 150. And they were saying how every time I eat, my blood sugar would go up. So he was just like, okay, you know, I'm gonna need insulin. And that kind of just hit me. I was like, it was like a face slap, I was like, insulin, okay, we're here now, you know what I'm saying? It's more serious than I thought. So I have been taking insulin, and the two insulins that I have been taking, which was the first one when we went to the endocrinologist this New Year's, they prescribed me with Tresiba, and that is an overnight 24-hour insulin. So you just take it at bedtime before you go to bed. And then the second one that they just put me on is a rapid acting insulin. So you take that after every meal. So every time I eat, you know, breakfast, lunch, dinner, I have to calculate my carb intake and figure out how many units, like grams, of insulin that I need to put in my body to help my pancreas be able to produce insulin to bring my blood sugar levels down. So yeah, that was a handful. I know. And that is exactly how I feel. Like, since I've started you know, this process with diabetes, it has been a whirlwind of just data calculations, tracking my food intake, you know, like dividing by 10 to bring down, like figure out what units of insulin that I need to put in my body. And then with having diabetes, you have to pay attention and you have to do a lot of calculations, and that is just like in itself is just so much. But I mean, my doctor, he was like, you know, you're gonna get used to it, it's okay. So recently I've noticed when I go to eat, and even when I fix my own food at home, I am cooking now, so when I go out to eat, I noticed how they put the food on your plate and everything like that, and I had to figure out what ratio of food that is. Like I've just I purchased, before I got back to campus, I purchased a measuring set, so I have like 1 cup, 2 cups, 2/3 of a cup, to make sure that I am calculating how much food I'm eating to apply the right amount of insulin. And now that I've done it so much at home and figuring that out and figuring out what 1 cup looks like, I am able to, in my head now, like look at the food that they give me and be like, oh yeah, that's a half a cup. Oh yeah, that's 1 cup. Like that. Oh yeah, that's 3/4 of a cup. Like it's just really like that's really a lot. And then I have to type it in my phone, I have to do some calculations before I eat. So sometimes I forget though. Sometimes I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot to calculate my food and I gotta go take my insulin. So it's really, you have to pay attention and you have to sit down and take your time and stuff like that with this stuff, because you don't want to give yourself the wrong insulin and then you have a low blood sugar, or you give yourself too little and then your blood sugar stays up high, and stuff like that. So with all that being said, it has been a lot, but I am very grateful that I'm not doing this alone, first of all. And even though, you know, with all this stuff, it's still quite annoying, but I mean, I'm still, you know, still adjusting, still getting used to it. This is I haven't even had this, like maybe I just found out like a month. I guess like as a whole, this has been a month or in some days. So it's still new to me. They said I was in a weird category where I am 18 and I have type 1 diabetes, because usually they were saying you would be an adolescent or you would be like a full-on adult, like, you know, in your 30s, 40s and stuff like that when you get type 1 diabetes. So they were like, you know, like questioning it a little bit. But other than that, it is annoying having to stop and pause and be like, how much intake do I have right now? Like how much is am I eating before I can even enjoy my food? So yeah, just always having to have the equipment on you so you can be like, okay, I gotta take it right now, right then and there. So I'm pretty excited to tell you guys this. So since I've been here, it's been quite hard to get the equipment that I needed for to check my blood sugar. And how I was telling you guys, at first I had my my glucose meter, and this is just, you know, prick yourself and then you check it on the test strip. So recently, since I've been back home, and my endocrinologist, he was like, okay, we're gonna try to get you on this new equipment and stuff like that. And I would use the pharmacy back home. So here I was like, okay, like I don't drive right now. I don't drive right now, okay? I'm getting there, But anyway, so when I was trying to figure out how I'm gonna do that, Georgia Southern has a health services here. And I went to them and I was like, you know, this is my situation and I need to know if you will be able to provide me with my insulin, provide me with my test strips, my prick needles, and then also this new device called the Dexcom. And you know, they were just wonderful. They was like, yes, we can provide you with it, just, you know, send it over to us. So, you know, I called up my endocrinologist real quick and I'm like, okay, you can send everything to Georgia Southern. Just, you know, call them, send in the prescription, whatever you need to do. But I'm trying to get that here because all I gotta do is catch the bus to well, catch the Georgia Southern bus to the health services, and then I'm good. So we got on that real quick, and the Dexcom stuff came in. So the Dexcom is just a different way for me to check my glucose levels. Rather than me having to prick myself, I have a device placed on my side, where, yeah, it's like right here on the side of my stomach, where it checks your glucose levels, and it shows up on this little device, or you can connect it to your phone. But for the first day, for the first time that I got it, I had connected to here, and right now it's loading. It's loading because I gotta, so I already tested my first one. So this is right now I have my second Dexcom, or second sensor on. So right now it's warming up, trying to get used to the sensor so that it can tell me what my glucose level is right now. So this is just the two things that came in the package. So right here, this is the sensor. This is what is on top of me, which is what is on my skin right now. And this just checks your blood sugar, and this transfers the results to this little device or to your phone. It's very useful. At first I was like trying to figure it out. I didn't really trust it because I'm like, okay, I'm so used to pricking myself, you know, what is this? But it comes in handy now. Like, I don't even really need to prick myself anymore, just in case sometimes I do feel like, okay, this thing is kind of weird, giving me weird numbers, I don't even feel this way, you know what I'm saying? Then I just prick myself. I keep like angling down, but it's right here. So I have this on the side just in case this isn't working too well for me at that day. But yeah, this is just very exciting. The people there, the health services, they were very helpful. They were excited for me to get it. And at first I was like, I'm not really excited. But now that I'm not, you know, pricking my fingertips anymore and hurting myself because I'm, you know, pricking kind of the same fingers every day, it's better on me. It did hurt. This new one I got right here, it hurt more on my right side because I first got it on my left side. So yeah, that's not the best thing, but the pain goes away, and it's waterproof, so you can take a shower in it and stuff like that, you know, get in the pool if you want to. But other than that, it's been ups and downs, I would say. This is one upside for me, having this Dexcom in handy and stuff like that. I'm very blessed to have gotten this. But the downside is still, you know, having to deal with diabetes, having to just be annoyed, and having to be aware of so much about what you take in your body. And sometimes I feel guilty because sometimes, you know, you fall off. You're like, okay, I want something sweet this day, and then you just go ahead and go for it. But I have been cooking. I have food stored in my refrigerator to cook for myself, so that I won't get so much off track when I do eat out at the dining commons or anything like that. I'm gonna show y'all a picture of this because upside down, because this is really interesting. I have it on my left, like on my stomach. I mean, some people have it on their arms. I guess sometimes their legs. I really don't want it on my legs because, you know, I wear pants and stuff like that, so it might like mess with it a little bit. But other than that, I just wanted to catch y'all up on everything that has been going on with me and how I've been adjusting to being a college student, also, yes, I almost forgot. Since I was diagnosed with diabetes and I need more protein in my body, I am no longer a vegan. I am a vegetarian now because I consume eggs. So yeah, now I am a diabetic vegetarian. I've been a vegan like all my life, but, you know, just been going back and forth with needing more protein in my body. So with that being said, yeah, I just wanted to tell y'all everything and tell you guys that I will be bringing new content. Don't give up on me. I am here. I am here for you guys. I'm here to spread the word and just to let y'all into my life a little bit more. Let y'all see what's going on, and that like, not everything is just all spick and span, like dandy. It's not all dandy. Like, we all go through things, and this is something that a lot of people go through. So I want to be here to, I don't wanna, I guess I can speak for others. I don't, you know, not speak for everybody, you know what I'm saying? This is my experience, but you know, just speak for a little bit of people so that they can relate to me. Alright guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Go like, comment, share, subscribe, of course. Subscribe to my channel, ZAI'Hiii. Alright, and I shall say, ZAI'Hiii, bye, peace. Like, subscribe, comment, yeah, comment. Okay, word.